Good morning, it's Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards. Today we're doing stamps, ink, and paper only. So this is the card that I'm going to be doing. I did put some sequins on there, but you don't have to, you can't hardly see them. And I just used the clear sequins from the iridescent sequin assortment, if you want to know where I got those. Or you can use the rhinestone basic jewels. There's the champagne ones that would probably look good. I think they're champagne. Yeah, these would probably maybe look good on there too. So anyway, whatever suits your fancy, you can put on there. Right now I'm giving away a packet of these for anybody who goes to my website, elainescustomcards.net, and orders $50 during celebration before shipping and tax. I'll send you a package of these rhinestones free with your first order. It will come after you order. And then if you sign up as a demonstrator under me, I will send you a free packet of these. Right now is the best time to sign up as a demonstrator because for $99 you get $125 worth of product. You get the mini trimmer. This one, I've showed it to you before. I've used it quite a bit. You get a packet of 48 sheets of 6x6 paper. That's a sampling of what's in the spring mini catalog and a stamp set of your choice that's either in the annual catalog or the mini catalog. So let's get started on this card. And what we're going to do is use a Stamparatus for this. And I have it right here. So I've already mounted my stamp. This Whisper White cardstock is 5 1/4 by 4, and we're going to use Sponge Dauber's Old Olive ink and everything's falling on the floor. Old Olive ink and Blushing Bride. So let me get that here. Okay. Keep them on opposite sides. What I did was I took a sponge dauber for this, and I'm sponging. I'll put this right here. I'm going to sponge the flowers with the Blushing Bride. So there's buds, flower buds, and there's one. So I'm going to sponge the flower buds with the Blushing Bride, and then I'm going to sponge the stems and leaves with the Old Olive. And after you sponge them, then you're going to want to huff on them to get them moist again before you stamp it. And the reason I'm using the Stamparatus for this is in case I missed a spot, then I can go back, put ink on it again, and then stamp it again after because it's hard to tell where if you've missed. I found this works pretty well, so we'll do that. And then we'll do the Old Olive. Now you can use any color you want. This is just the color I chose. It kind of looks like apple blossoms, or it could be dogwood, but I think it's not quite. Dogwood only has four petals. So this, it's more like an apple blossom. Or it could be some kind of a rose. Stem right there. If you get a little bit of green on the flower, it won't hurt anything. You just want to make sure you get it all. So, sorry if my head got in the way. I try it this way. Okay, and you stamp that down. So once you've done this, kind of let the ink soak in. Lift it up. And see, I didn't really get it dark enough to suit me. So I'm going to put more ink on here. Like the shirts these days come with little tabs so you can roll up your sleeves, and I'm really into rolling up my sleeves. So we'll put some more ink on here. Yeah, I really like the Stamparatus because you can re-ink stuff. I think I stamped this one a couple times to get it dark enough. So this is kind of washed out looking to me, and I want it darker. A little bit on that. Those stems right there. And this stem, leaf. And these leaves and stem. Oh, there's a stem right there. Okay. Okay, let's see what that does. Let me know if you think this is too fussy or it's just different. Oh, that looks a lot better. And if you want more ink, you can go through and ink up things again, like this far right here is a little faded. Put a little more ink on that one, right there. This has a little bit of green on it. There. There, I like that. That looks good. Then what I did is I took my magnet off. Those are some strong magnets. I think I'll hold it in my hand. Then I flipped this over because I want it on both sides. Hopefully they aren't going to touch. If they do, you might want to move your, let me see if I can move this over just a little bit. Because I don't want these flowers to touch. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if they touch or not. We'll just leave it right there. So then we just ink it up again. It's actually pretty quick. It doesn't require any designer series paper. It's just ink, stamps, and paper. And it usually turns out actually pretty. I really like the way that it looks because it's kind of a watercolor look. Hopefully those aren't touching. Doesn't look like they do. Oh, perfect. Perfectly pale. Okay, more ink. Like I said, I like it fairly dark, but not overly dark. Now, this is the best time of year to sign up as a demonstrator because Stampin' Up is giving away so much stuff. the celebration. If you don't want to be a demonstrator, $50 purchase before shipping and tax not only gets you, not only am I giving away the rhinestones, oops, I just put green on there. Let's try this. This is green. Have to clean that pad off. Talking too much. Anyway, it gets you $50 gets you the rhinestones from me, and then Stampin' Up is for every $50 purchased before shipping and tax, you get a free item out of the celebration catalog. So let's stamp that down. Oh, that looks good. See, this just barely there. So there's that. Hopefully I can clean all that off. Yeah, just kind of there. Get to talking and you mess up. Oh, that's all right. Okay. So once you do that, then I'm going to just take this plate off, and then I'll clean the stamp when I'm done. We're going to put the other plate on and put the happy birthday. Now this, you can put the happy birthday on either here in this spot or down here, where on mine I put it at the bottom. So you can, it's the same either direction. But you got, this is a photopolymer stamp, so you need to put a pad underneath. And then I'll tell you which stamp sets I'm using. If I talk too much, I'm going to do the wrong color. What I did with this one is I used Memento black ink. Now you can emboss it if you want, but we're going to keep this one simple and just stamp it. And the reason I'm doing it with my Stamparatus is so I can get it dark enough. Okay. So if you stamp it and it's not as dark as you want it, then you can do it again. And I'm using the Forever Blossoms stamp set. This stamp comes from Magnolia Blooms, and this is the small stamp set. And then I'm going to use on the inside this image from So Sentimental. Okay, let's look at that. Oh, that looks good. So we'll leave it just like that. So the front of our card is done. Now I always like to do the inside, stamp the inside, because I'm not going to put a mat in here. I'm just going to stamp directly on this. So I want to make sure that it's lined up properly. So let's take that off. And we'll take this, and now I'm going to turn this way so I can get this lined up in the so it's straight. So we're just going to, hopefully it's straight underneath. Hopefully I put the sticker on straight. Oh, we don't need this on there. It'll be too thick. Okay. That. And you can decorate the inside of your card with more stamping if you want. Stamp some flowers in there or whatever. I'll show you what I did, and then you can do that also. Oh, that looks really good. I just took show you. Get this out of the way. What I did on the inside of mine was stamp the flower, some leaves, and a bud. And so I took from the stamp set, there's a flower you can stamp in there. This one, and the Blushing Bride. I don't put things away, then I'll wonder where they went. Get that out of the way. Okay. Stamp the flower. And you can do this on the envelope as well. So I stamped the flower. And then I took this bud, rosebud, and I kind of did the same thing with this. I put pink on the rosebud. This one you're going to have to make sure you do it right if you don't use your Stamparatus, because there's no going back to try and stamp it again. And you can put the rosebud on there. I'm just going to put it right there. That looks pretty good. And then there's leaves that you can do. There's the double leaf and a single leaf. I'm going to close this so I don't accidentally ink it in that. And I put like that. So I put a single leaf here, like so. And then I took the double leaf, put this paper on there so I don't mess up my work surface, and just put it right there, like so. So that's the inside of the card. Close that so I don't put my elbow in it. Okay, once you've got that done, then you can assemble your card and then we'll be done. So I have a piece of black. This card base is thick Whisper White, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. The black matte is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and I just glued it. Like I said, you can add to this. You can put ribbon on it. You can put sequins, rhinestones, ink of Stella. But we're going to stick with just ink, stamps, and paper. And we're almost done with this card. I'd be really happy to have you join my team or become my customer. And when you become my customer, you will get spoiled. Or if you're on my team, we'll have team meetings, even if we're not in the same location. That doesn't matter. My upline lives clear across the United States, and we still communicate, and she's very helpful to me. So there we go. And like I said, you can put sequins on it if you want, ribbon, but I thought that turned out absolutely beautiful. So have fun stamping. Go to my website if you want to order. Please give me a thumbs up and comment. I read all your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.